mixture of 4.5 and 6.5 year, and a mixture of 78, 13.9 and 70, 21 dry. All made by the man to the lefty as well. So I'll give a little history on the whiskey itself. Silk Velvet was actually a pre-prohibition brand from Henderson, Kentucky as well. It was started by a man named Colonel A.S. Winstead, and he married a lady named Erica Worsham. Now, that's not really a big deal, except for her family was a distilling family. And he was very interested about it and actually started learning from her family on how to distill whiskey and everything. And he started getting so good at it that people started saying his barrels were smooth as silk. And so he leaned into it, and eventually he was like, I'm going to leave the family business and I'm going to start my own. And in 1880, he did just that. He built a distillery to the absolute max. We have records all the way back dating to every single piece of equipment he had. And to show you also how big he was, his very first order was for 5,000 barrels to New York City. So for a little distillery brand new in Henderson, Kentucky, to ship 5,000 barrels in 1880, that shows you how far his reach had already gone. So I wouldn't want to be at the family dinner when he told his wife's family that he was leaving to compete against them, but her family's distillery also ended up calling another distillery that you might have heard of, Peerless, out in Henderson, Kentucky as well. So back from about 1880 all the way up till Prohibition, Henderson had the Winstead Distillery producing Silk Velvet, and then the Peerless Distillery producing Peerless as well. The blend you're having also though is the blend is at 107 proof.
Our bean has been made from the 80s. Well, they were throwing a lot of pork skin and fat away. Yeah, what we've learned at our restaurant is we pretty much use everything. They decided they wanted to use this pork fat and create a bean. So the beans are made with pork that's smoked on the pit, as well as our barbecue. So our barbecue gives us inside the bean. So it has that nice smoky flavor from the pork. And then the way our dip is made, all the spices are in the dip. So when you add the dip to the beans, you're not adding a whole bunch of spices. They're already in the dip. So you get this nice smoky, sweet flavor. You've had people call it high five, or it's like Kentucky Christmas. My dad had the restaurant. I took over about 2 years ago, and I'm working to get the beans in grocery stores locally and hopefully regionally in the back. We sell about 37,000 pounds in a building that's very tiny, probably about as big as this stage right here. And it comes up 27,000 people, and it can be 47,000.